Arsenal have agreement in place for a deal to sign Ricardo Calafiori. What a signing that is going to be. And Chelsea are now the latest club to look at Manchester City goalkeeper Ederson, who apparently wants to leave. Honestly, there is so much transfer news coming. But more importantly, 84.8% of everyone who watched yesterday's video was not subscribed. We are so close to 9,000 subscribers. We are less than 200 away. If you are new and you haven't already, go down, hit that subscribe button. And if we get 400 likes on this video, that would be absolutely fantastic. Big up to everyone for the support. We started this channel in February, and now we are steamrolling our way towards, March, and now we're steamrolling our way towards 9K. Now we'll start with a report coming out. Obviously, Fabrizio Romano come out and tweeted last night, very late, with regards to Ricardo Calafiori, basically saying that, he is given the green light to join Arsenal. He prefers to move from to Arsenal over Chelsea. And, how will that signing affect Arsenal? A lot of people seem to think he's the Gabriel replacement. I've got a different view on it. Obviously, Gabriel had a fantastic season last year. Probably just edged it a bit better than the likes of Gabriel Saliba. This is the report. As it says, after Calafiori's green light move and green light move and contact to Arsenal have made direct talk with Bologna. Talks between clubs have started. No issues on Calafiori's side. Contract terms up to the clubs now. Arsenal currently ahead. No bid from Chelsea so far. Now, Calafiori probably has more chance joining the likes of Arsenal purely on the fact they're in a title race. And I think Chelsea at the end of last season, and especially going into the Euros, I think people are underestimating how good Cucurella has actually been. A player who signed for a stupidly high fee. A lot of pressure on him. Didn't really start too well in a Chelsea shirt, but has certainly improved towards the end of last season and took that form practically into the Euros with Spain. Now, I'm going to be honest. I'm going to be very honest. I will be fuming when Arsenal get this signing done because I want him at Tottenham. I think he's absolutely brilliant. Now, I don't necessarily think he's coming into play to take over, the likes of, I don't think he's coming in to take over Gabriel. I think Arsenal had a very good season last year. I think overall, Arsenal's defence at the moment, as it stands, is the best in the league. If you bring in Calafiori, it takes it from the best in the league to arguably the best in Europe. The only defence that's probably stronger is Real Madrid's. When you look at Gabriel, he had a very strong season last year. Like I said at the beginning of the video, probably edged it for me over the likes of Gabriel Saliba. And Gabriel Saliba has taken that form into the Euros. He has been absolutely brilliant. Probably been the best defender at the Euros in terms of a centre-back. He genuinely is an absolute Rolls Royce. Now, when you look at, Brazil in the Copa America, Gabriel hasn't started every game. It's been Militao and Marquinhos. Gabriel, they've got Wendell and Danilo at fullback. He's not really in there. And there was a thread I saw on Twitter yesterday of a number of Gabriel's mistakes in an Arsenal shirt. And yes, every defender makes mistakes, but I think it'd be incredibly harsh to drop him off of the season he had last year. Then obviously they've got a bit of a selection headache, Arsenal, because they've got the likes of, Zinchenko, who can play left back, Kivior, who's played left back, Timber, and Tomiyasu. Now, if you're a football manager, that is the best selection headache you could possibly want. Quality in a number of positions, and just, you're picking the best player who's on the best form. I think Calafiori is better than Timber. I think he's better than Zinchenko. I think he's better than Kivior and Tomiyasu. I do think one of those four will be sold. Juventus, of course, are trying to sign Calafiori. Their backup, if they don't get that signing done, would be, according to reports in Italy, is a Kivior. So Arsenal could potentially offload one of their defenders and bring in a what, potentially bring in, will sell the likes of, you know, Zinchenko and Kivior, bring in, the likes of Calafiori, and then have, the likes of Timber as a backup left back, Tomiyasu as a backup left back. And it kind of puts them in a position now where your defense is so strong, and they technically have 4 centre backs, because Ben White by trade, of course, is a centre back. The likes of Kivior is a centre back. The likes of, Calafiori is a centre back. It puts them in a very, very, very strong position in terms of their selection, because when Arsenal are in possession, one of their defenders goes into midfield and they basically play with a back three. It's kind of what Guardiola has been doing for years. He was the first one to kind of invert a fullback, and he kind of changed the system. And obviously, everyone's kind of followed suit. And we know that Arteta is very, very similar to Guardiola in terms of his style of play. I do believe, if you put Calafiori in that left back position, and you've got him in the left back position, you've got the likes of Gabriel and Saliba in the centre backs, and then you've got Ben White in the right back position, you potentially could play Timber as a DM. Is that a avenue they're looking to go down? Potentially. I don't think it's a bad position for Timber to play. He's obviously played there for the national side and in Holland. So I don't think it's a bad avenue for them to go down. They've also got Jorginho. Partey will probably go. But according to the Standard, Arsenal agree deal to sign Ricardo Calafiori. Arsenal have not made a signing yet this summer, but do appear to be closing in on their first addition. The Gunners are interested in Bologna defender Ricardo Calafiori, and according to Fabrizio Romano, have now agreed terms with the Italy international over a move. I think people are underestimating how good of a signing this actually is going to be for Arsenal. I think they are so defensively sound. You're bringing in a player who in the 1v1, it kind of gives me Ake vibes in terms of the way Ake defends. He's great in the 1v1s, can defend out wide really, really good in the air, in both penalty areas. Very, very good at marking defenders out of the game, kind of clamping them down in that position. He's relatively good going forward. Of course, Ake has played left back a number of times for the likes of Manchester City and has inverted. I believe overall, when I look at Calafiori, he's going to be such a good signing for Arsenal that I'm furious that when this signing comes through. Now, there is another report. Ederson could be on his way to Saudi Arabia. Now, Chelsea have been linked with Diogo Costa, the Portuguese goalkeeper, who had a very, very strong penalty shootout against, Slovenia, saved 3 in a row. Apparently, is estimated to be worth around 60 million euros. Now, Ederson is a player for me I look at and think, if Chelsea were to bring in an Ederson, he's 31 in August. He has won Premier League after Premier League after Premier League. He's won Champions Leagues. He's won 6 league titles, a Champions League. He's won a Copa America. In terms of distribution, he's probably the best goalkeeper in the world right now in terms of his distribution. He's elite, absolutely elite at it. When I look at Ederson and the way Enzo Maresca wants to play, playing out from the back is so, so, so important. Now, the reports that Chelsea want, the likes of, they want to keep Sanchez as their number one goalkeeper, but they are looking to bring in another goalkeeper, and that goalkeeper seems to be, the likes of Costa from Porto, but he's available for around 60 million euros. According to Transfer Market, Ederson has 2 years left on his contract and could be leaving for as cheap as 30 million euro. I think the way Enzo Maresca plays, you're getting a Premier League experienced goalkeeper that's won 6 Premier League titles, a treble, a Copa America, FA Cup, League Cup. He has won absolutely everything when it comes to 2 FA Cups, 4 League Cups, 6 Premier League titles, a Super Cup, Club World Cup, 2 Portuguese League titles with Benfica, 2 Community Shields, Copa America. He's won absolutely everything. You bring in that winning mentality into the Chelsea dressing room, which is a fairly young team with the likes of, Reece James is going to be their captain. Conor Gallagher, who's part of the leadership team there. And you put in a goalkeeper that ticks absolutely every box Chelsea wants for a goalkeeper. I'm absolutely astonished. Absolutely astonished they are not getting that. They are on the verge of sealing another signing. Yeah, they've had a very good start to the window, in my opinion. I was very shocked when they brought in Tosin Adarabioyo. Free transfer, brilliant bit of business. It's been a busy start to the transfer window. They've already signed 5 players, and the Blues look ready to land another. Young Boca Juniors defender Aaron, is it An Elasimino? I've pretty butchered that. Is a £17 million target. And according to TYC Sports, the Blues have agreed terms. The defender will stay on loan next season before moving to Stamford Bridge. Now, in terms of Chelsea, I don't really understand the ins and outs of their plan. It looks like the short-term plan is to bring in young players, I believe. But the long-term plan is to develop them young players. I think you also need to add in, experience and quality. And that's what you get with Ederson. I can't think of a team which brought in so many young players and it's worked immediately. Even with the class of 92 at Manchester United, they still had a lot of experienced players in and around that, that dressing room. I do believe I believe Chelsea, if they bring in a Ederson, that puts them back into Champions League. That should be the aim next season, Champions League, without a shadow of a doubt. The way they play, they play some great football. They just need a few more people in the engine room, to drag them through the results. And I think it looks like Manchester City are happy to keep Ortega throughout next season. In terms of a backup goalkeeper, he's one of the best backups on the planet. With that, no stretch of the imagination. He is superb. He saved, practically won them the league away at Tottenham from Heung-min Son. He's a brilliant, I think he's good enough to be the number one. It looks like Ederson's going to be on his way out. I'm just amazed Chelsea or other teams haven't looked at it. Let me know your thoughts down below. Make sure you do subscribe. Make sure you have hit that like button on the way out. It's right there. Go and smash it. I will see you all in the next one. Thank you for watching. I am